Hello and welcome back to another game of Dota 2. We are still, of course, in the group stages for the International 3. We are in Group A. Mufc, Na'Vi, for their first matchup of the day, are facing each other. We already had one of the two games. Na'Vi was able to take that one. Mufc definitely putting up a fight though, and we're gonna see if they can finally get themselves their first win in the group series. They are definitely looking stronger today than it did yesterday, so who knows what can happen. They are so far 0-0, or 0-7 rather, 0-7 in the group stages, with Na'Vi sitting on 5-2. Beat is, of course, my co-caster for the entire event. Welcome back.
Good to be back.
Alchemist still in the pool, by the way.
It is, as is Obsidian. Or Outworld Devourer, I should say. OD, whatever.
Yes. And Visage.
Yep, some good heroes left. MUFC this time had the choice of pick or side. They go with choosing first pick. So Na'Vi's sitting on Radiant with second pick.
Yep, they chose Radiant. Which is interesting, because normally people choose Dire.
Yeah.
But maybe Na'Vi has some idea about how to run the mid lane. Of course, the main difference of Radiant and Dire is that mid lane, well, you have the Roche difference, and the mid lane being just very close to that small camp.
It's also, if you run an aggressive tri-lane as Radiant, you have the opportunity to pull, but it's harder to get wards down to block the camp. You can pull from the hard camp on the side. If you run an aggressive tri-lane as Dire, you've got a better chance of keeping a ward hidden, because you need 3 sentries to cover the entire camp. Ever since the change to sentries giving 800 vision instead of 950.
Are you expecting, therefore, that Na'Vi wants to run an aggressive tri-lane?
They very well could, and once again they're going up with Weaver carry against this Alchemist, but this time Darkseer is banned out, so you're not going to have that as an option. Visage, once again, very popular hero that's still in the pool, but that's not a support that Na'Vi plays a whole lot. They tend to go with some different heroes. They might go with the Rubik here for Kuroki, for example. Yeah, judging off that last game, they might feel like MUFC is going to go into a heavy team fight again. So later on they'll pick good spells for Rubik to steal. So that's definitely an option for Na'Vi.
Yeah, they're going to use some of their bonus time to think about it. I mean, the bans were not really anything specific, anything particular. We still have that OD indeed in the pool together with the Visage. MUFC in the previous game, they went for the Alchemist and the Rubik as their first 2 picks. So if Na'Vi leaves the Rubik in, they have, of course, the chance that MUFC picks it up. So they end up going for the Visage. So Rubik's still in the pool, and Visage for Na'Vi.
That hero is so good.
It is. We've seen it, like, yesterday we've seen it a lot. It is the most picked hero in the game. Or
in the
yesterday
event, yeah.
in the event, exactly. Yesterday we saw it quite a few times. Only once though was it really mind-blowing good for the team that played it. It was at that point X that played it. That was Orange.
Extinct played it in game 2 against Liquid, and he just went off that game.
He just.
And OD is a pickup from MUFC. So MUFC got 2 very strong heroes that have been banned out or picked in the first phase for the majority of yesterday. There was only like 1 or 2 games where OD was ignored. I don't think Alchemist was ever ignored. It's always a pick or a ban. Na'Vi's got some strong aggressive heroes of their own though. I want to see what Na'Vi's reaction to playing against OD is. Kunkka's that
I can hope.
Work very well.
It's not really a good hero. I mean, you can't have mana for your hook anymore at that point, so that's a bit sad.
Some of the most commonly picked heroes to lane against OD. One is Syllabear. That's already banned out though. That's not really. Yeah, MUFC banned that out right away. That's not really Na'Vi's playstyle though, to have Syllabear. Shadowfiend's another hero that can actually do well against OD. He just requires supports to babysit him in mid for the first wave, but after that first wave he has so many souls that he's ready to go 1v1 against an OD. Anyway, some other heroes are Razor, Viper, and Kunkka that all lane pretty well against an OD. So it's going to be interesting to see if Na'Vi looks to pick one of those up. And Na'Vi this game, they chose to ban out the Rubik. They know that MVC is a strong support. I wouldn't be surprised if Na'Vi also banned out Shadow Demon. Because Shadow Demon, when paired with an Alchemist, is such a strong duo to set up a tri-lane. And Shadow Demon's just generally a really strong support hero. Plus, that would be double disruptions coming the way of MUFC. That's always super annoying to play against. It's really defensive.
Yeah, another hero that's still in the pool that we might see coming out for Na'Vi is, of course, the Chen, who we saw banned out in the previous game. We saw banned out a lot yesterday as well, but could still be a potential for, never mind, for Na'Vi, but they banned it out themselves.
Yep, and MUFC did play Chen yesterday. That was FZ that was playing it. I believe he was trying to be super aggressive against the tree in that game, and that just doesn't work out ever. You have to be passive and farm.
We still actually have the tree in the pool. Are you expecting one of these two teams to pick it up? I mean, we know that Tree Weaver is a popular combination. Tree OD, same story though.
Yep. Tree powerful hero, not banned. It could be picked, but Na'Vi likes to play super aggressive. I guess Tree's a hero that you can't play aggressive as Tree, but it allows your teammates to play aggressive, so they could go for it. Razor's a pickup from Na'Vi, so that's the hero that they want to land against OD. That's going to be a Razor for Dendy, most likely. While Vos is going to play the Weaver, and it's hard to predict which support is going to play Visage. It depends on the other hero they pick up, because
I believe it's Kuroki that does that. But yeah, it really depends also on what other support they pick up. We still have Enchantress in the pool, should it be needed. And if they are maybe thinking that MUFC is going to go giant team fight again, I mean, they already banned out the Rubik. Maybe they want to pick up an Enigma. And we know that is and was one of the signature heroes of Puppey.
Yep, there's the Shadow Demon pickup from MUFC. And like I said, that setup is so good. At level 1, or you typically want to wait until level 2, that way you can have the Soul Catcher. Maybe level 3 to get the longer stun duration from Alchemist. But being able to catch someone out with a disruption, follow up with the Alchemist stun, that gives him 2.5 seconds to channel for free. It just lets him get a longer duration stun out throughout the laning phase, and it's so hard to contest against the Shadow Demon Alchemist lane.
5 seconds
So I wouldn't be too surprised if Na'Vi goes with another defensive tri lane. And just free farms up on.
It's an aggressive. Actually, I hereby decide that I want to have an aggressive tri lane and a safe laning pudge.
Okay. That would be something.
Apparently, Puppey promised somewhere that he was gonna play or gonna pick a pudge. Well, this is a very defensive
Earthshaker picked up. Yeah, that's gonna be a Puppey Shaker and Kuroki Visage for sure now.
Yeah. Very safe support. Very safe support to have on a tri lane. So
MUFC, yeah. I expect them to pick their support here. That way they can save their last pick to potentially counterpick the off lane that Na'Vi picks up. So another stun would be great for MUFC. They might go with something like a Lush Track to pair with a Shadow Demon to give them some roam potential in case Na'Vi does an aggressive tri-lane. Instead they go with their offlaner, which Furon could be the other quote-unquote support. You could just jungle straight off the bat. They could pick a offlaner like a Bounty Hunter or something to go bottom.
But they only have got disables that they can't attack through at the moment though. Apart from Alchemist Simple Concoction, which is pretty strong, yes. But that's the only one so far. And actually, it is Na'Vi that banned out the Leshrac to not having combined up with the Shadow Demon that you were talking about. We still have a lot of other follow-up disables in the pool though.
There's still Lena, there's still THD. You always have options. With this new 2-2-1 banning system, you always have options to get a good duo for the Shadow Demon.
Yep, MUFC, they have not used a lot of their bonus time so far, but they could if they wanted to. Which hero are you expecting them to ban out? Because what hero do you think Na'Vi still needs?
Something that's always in the back of my mind when Na'Vi's playing, if I see the potential for an aggressive tri-lane for them, which there definitely is this game, having Earthshaker and Visage 2 long-range nukers, they've got elusive Carry and Weaver that could definitely go in an aggressive tri-lane.
Clinks?
I always have Clinks in the back of my mind, and there it is.
MUFC thought that too.
Yeah, I don't think they would have picked Clinks this game because Furion can actually crush a Clinks in lane using his Treants, but it's something that I just always have in the back of my mind because Funnick, when he was on Empire, played it a lot. He's played it a couple of times with Na'Vi,
yeah,
and he's really good at taking over games on that hero.
Definitely true.
Some other options are heroes like Bounty Hunter, even Broodmother.
I'm not too fond of both of those at the moment. Well, actually, Bounty Hunter will still result in kills, but
picking Brood when there's an Alchemist on the board is something that you just don't do because it's so much extra gold for free to that Alchemist throughout the game.
Let's see what Navi goes for. They have 40 seconds left to think about it. It is going to be that Bounty Hunter that you said, so it's going to be their pick. Bounty Hunter, of course, I mean, he doesn't really offer that much for himself, apart from the track. And the track makes for aggression, because you want to have that track hold, you want to have those kills. And he can actually tag up with the Weaver if he gets enough farm again, and then just go hunt and killing.
And with how aggressive Navi plays as a team, it's not just that last game. They're always that aggressive. They stay on your side of the map. They keep the pressure on you the entire time and force you to make mistakes. Because when you're under that much pressure from a team, you're bound to make more mistakes than normal. And you're not going to get towers for yourself because they're always pressuring your own towers. But when you're that aggressive, Bounty Hunter is a great hero to have because he lets you snowball ahead. And anytime you're trading kills with a Bounty Hunter, you're coming out ahead. So your team's just getting more gold.
Yep, MUFC. One more hero left to pick up. By the way, for everybody watching, if you have Twitter, make sure that every tweet that you do about International 3 is hashtag TI3 so that we let the world know that this is going on. And we continue to let the world know that until the event is completely over, so that it's going to be worldwide trending the entire time. Make it happen. I've seen a lot of people tweeting out their setups, how they are watching Dota, and yeah, there's some sick setups going on for everybody. So yeah, tweet things out. Awesome. That was my commercial message.
MUFC needs to get their other support, and they go with Sand King. Wow. That kind of surprised me. This can definitely work out for the tri-lane, because like it said, they've got Shadow Demon to initiate for them. Anytime you have a Sand King, it's always nice to have a hero that can initiate for him in the lane, and that's definitely Shadow Demon in this case. It's kind of odd to see a dual melee tri-lane though, but they can definitely make it work. They have a lot of disable in this lane.
Yeah, and the Sand King Earthshaker, of course, switched around from previous game. Two supports that we don't really see that often. Yesterday we saw Sand King a couple of times in combination with the Visage. But this time, see them both games.
Yeah, Sand King is here that has been making a comeback, and in this event specifically, Earthshaker is also making a comeback. We've seen him a couple of times. Odd to see him 2 games in a row though.
Yeah.
And look at who's playing what. Funnick's playing the Weaver, and Xbox is playing the Bounty Hunter.
Interesting.
For now,
Let's
they
see.
could swap it around.
Well, 3, 2, 1. They swap. Okay, they swapped. They swapped.
Funnick got pulled too. He's probably gonna go poor man chill with that.
Yep,
there it is. To go over who's playing what, it is Puppy on this Earthshaker. He's low on items because he does pull very heavy every game. Pavost, who I also call Xbox throughout the cast, is going to be playing the Weaver. And Dendy's going to be picking up this solo mid Razor against the OD, what he's expecting to be the OD. Kuroki's going to be playing the Visage, and Funnick with the double pull is going to be on the Bounty Hunter. And by the way, I think Funnick has an awesome cosmetic. He's got that gray beard and mustache for Bounty Hunter, and it looks sick.
I have that too. What are you saying?
I'm saying that I'm jealous.
Okay,
it's the best cosmetic in the game.
Fair enough. You want to have a beard? Yep, on the Bounty Hunter. Eh, I don't think that's the best one, but oh well. For MUFC, they are on the dire side for this game. Once again, we have got Link playing the Shadow Demon this game. Scrutinized, or otherwise known as Huntress player, playing the Alchemist. For the second time in a row, actually. We also have the Sand King here, sitting around. He is played by Too Fucking Good, or ABC, in this game. Or TFG, whatever you want to call them.
MUFC going with their own aggressive tri-lane.
Yep.
I think that this is a product of them sniffing out the aggressive from Navi, and just not wanting to go up against it.
Dodging the tri-lane.
Because if you look at Navi's tri-lane, once they get level 2s, if you're in MUFC shoes, you want to kill the Weaver first. And you also want to kill the Visage first, because those are 2 heroes that are going to get a lot of damage out. And it's really tough to be in that situation to pick the right target.
They're going to maybe go for Denny. Disruption is going to be there. In comes a Burrow Strike from TFG as well, though. He's still static linking, but he is going to be the first blood right now. And that's going to be going the way of FC. And making MUFC a happy team in the first minute of the game. We have got FC, of course, playing the OD in the mid lane. And now, of course, getting ahead in gold. The last hits, it won't really matter that much, but that's still nice to get that first blood money going for you. And, of course, we have got Winter playing the Nature's Prophet this game. As the last one that I didn't really introduce just yet.
Yep, and the big difference in the support duos for this game, and something that I didn't mention right away, is there's more roaming potential coming out of MUFC. And it's also definitely interesting that Winter's playing the offlane role again. The nice thing about having this Nature's Prophet is when he's trialing against, he can just go straight to the jungle. But that's not going to be too big of an advantage because Bounty Hunter with his poor man shield is going to be relatively safe on bottom lane.
Yeah, but is he though? Because income support, they do have sentries. They've got another smoke as well, should they be needing it. Ling and TFG might be going for something here. Alchemist, so far, having free farm, just like the Weaver has, of course. And I'm kind of waiting for Winter to sit back on the top lane, because I think he can be at least getting some experience in last hits up against the foes. Since the foes is by himself.
TFG drops one sentry, but Funnick moved himself over to the right. He saw them coming in, or the Shadow Demon coming in from the front. So he moved himself to a wise position and was able to dodge that.
Ooh, Fisher blocking the exit for Ling. Gonna take some damage here, getting slowed as well. In comes the Sand King. This might be a kill still though. The Shuriken toss is not gonna be enough. Funnick is trying to chase it down. One more hit needed. He goes down by the creep, the melee creep MVP. Next up, Scrutinize.
Scrutinize is done.
Fisher and a hit, and that's gonna be Kuroki with a kill. 2 kills going the way of Navi here in those bottom lane.
Good fissures from Puppy. Puppy immediately after you threw the first fissure started up a clarity, and that allowed him to get the second one off to kill off Scrutinize, aka Hantrash player.
Yeah, and
and instant rotation coming out from Hantrash player going to top lane. It's like, nope, I want to dodge Navi.
Farm. I want to safe farm. Well, he's not going to be actually safe farming up against the foes. He's able to land down a lot of harassment here up into Hantrash player. But if the supports rotate as well, which they are, then maybe we're seeing Havost rotating bottom again as well. Perhaps.
And this is a bad position to be in for MUFC. They got a really nice first blood for FZ, but their supports are under-leveled from the roaming that they've done. They're both level 1 still, and they cannot contest against Navi's supports at all.
We do have a level 2 Sand King, but yeah, Shadow Demon just very sad. He really wants to have that Soul Catcher there. He is going to be stacking and pulling to get some extra experience going, and of course also helping his team at the same time. And they leave the bottom lane completely open at the moment. I mean, Sand King can't really do anything here, so he'll go back and probably stack and pull some for his team as well. Maybe even stacking some Ancients, helping the Alchemist out later on in the game.
I wouldn't be surprised if Puppy and Kuro, once they get level 3s, rotate back up to top and just follow around this Alchemist.
They still have that aggressive tri-lane going for them.
Yeah, they can lane well with Havost, or they can lane well with Funnick, so some good options coming out from Navi supports, and they can definitely create some havoc.
And Puppy already on the move. Hexroom picked up by the OD. Not able to find anything with that though. He did take a bit of a detour, but he's just gonna go back mid. And then in the meantime, still no boots, which is actually quite surprising. Normally you have got boots fairly early up on the Razor, just to make sure that you can chase with that static link. But no boots up for Denny, and actually already Tranquil's up for FC.
Yep, FC is getting out CS pretty heavily. He's only 9 and 4, while Dendy is 17 and 7.
Yeah.
The reason he has Tranquils though is that first blood.
Static link's still gonna be a bit of a nuisance. I mean, it does force you away from the experience range, away from the creeps. And then he's just having control over the lane.
Yep, such easy CS for Dendy. And he's just using that to crush FC. And FC hasn't been lucky with his Essence Sword proc, so he only has mana for one more, now he's out of mana. He can't Astral again.
Sand King with the level 1 Sandstorm. Being very annoying there. No sentry there, so they could just they couldn't do anything against him. In the meantime, Avost, he is being shut down a little bit now. As Alchemist ends up stunning himself, Avost is able to run back. He is 29 to 10. So definitely not doing bad at all. I mean, he's still highest on top of the net worth. Last hits, wait a second. We have got Sand King going down here on the bottom lane. That's a track kill right there. Funnick showing that he just got level 6. No Sandstorm for you.
I mean, he dove a long way.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Puppy's making a rotation up towards top right now. Look at Dendy's skill build. He opted to not get any points in Plasma Field because he knows he can't use it up against the OD. I'm surprised that he's committing this hard to his passive though. I wouldn't be surprised if he stopped at 2 and then started going into Plasma Field. Look to max that out so when teamfights start happening, He's got his big AoE nuke, but he's going all out so far with Static Link and his unstable current.
Yeah, he's going for it again. Just forcing OD away. OD level 5, while Dendy's level 6. There's a full level difference between these two at this moment.
And same story as last game. Dendy is just out CSing the crap out of him. Oh, there's a catch on top.
Oh, catch on top, catch on bottom as well. Vos gonna get stunned up here. In comes a burrow strike. They should be able to take this down. There is no time lapse because he already used that one, and he indeed gets dropped. That's gonna be Hunter's player with a kill. At the same time, there was a tracker on the bottom lane for Funnick. He was able to take down Winter, who showed his face for the first time on the bottom lane and paid for it straight away. It's 4-2 on the kill score. Na'Vi still ahead in CS on all the lanes at the moment, so still having some control. Losing Havosto is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, Winter after the death realizing that, hey, that's a now level 8 bounty hunter that has phase boots and an orb venom. I really can't lane there at
he's
all.
level 4.
Phase boots picked up this game early by Alchemist, so we're probably gonna see him go phase into Lothars and try to be aggressive instead of going for that quick battle fear again because he doesn't have free farm this game.
Yep, didn't also go for the Grievous Grid this game. Please not maxing it out. In comes the Static Link again here for Dandy. At some point you'd expect him to try and
Sand King.
make something happen. Rotation from Sand King. Let's see what he can do here. He's still level 4 though. He's saving 1 skill point. No, he wins stats. Okay.
And Sand King, it's pretty common to get only 1 point in Sandstorm. They changed it so at all levels it's 1.5 seconds of invis when you use it, so you only get a better cooldown and more damage, which doesn't really matter too much.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Sand King making it walk through though is just walking back top or walking to top. Seeing if he can hold the top rune safe while he's here anyways. See if he gets lucky. 1 second. Nope, it's bottom and it is gonna be an illusion rune. Zandy is continuously harassing FC away. And actually this time, no, he's not gonna go for it this time. Never mind. Close though. For a second there I thought he might. We have got actually Dandy coming up with some supports. We have got Funnick around here as well as Puppy.
They're trying to hunt out a kill with track.
Yeah.
Funnick had free farm in the bottom lane, but he just left it. Kuro's probably gonna go down there and get his level 6 off of that.
Yeah, they find Winter. Yeah, Janada not gonna, or still gonna be there. That's gonna be a kill. Avos with the last hit. You can't sprout yourself if you're tracked. Everybody sees you.
Well, you can sprout yourself.
Yeah, you can sprout yourself, but
it's not gonna help too much.
Not gonna help at all, unless your enemies are all melees.
Buckler picked up by OD, and Gang Train's coming in straight to him.
Yeah, in comes the Fisher. In comes the track. Burrow Strike still there from TFG. Might be able to buy a bit of time for FC to get himself away, but it doesn't look like it's gonna help out. Dandy with 224 damage stolen. That's an insane amount of damage that Dandy now has.
With 4 points in unstable current, he's got phase boots now and track move speed. He is so fast.
Yeah, they go for disruption here. They find Funnick. Burrow Strike comes in as well.
They don't have the damage for this though.
Well, unless Funnick... Oh, actually, he still wants to go for a kill. Gets himself Winter. And then now is gonna TP himself out. There's no Burrow Strike. Funnick is keeping himself safe. And he just got himself a solo kill at the back end of that fight. In comes Dandy again. Goes for Static Link. Goes back when he sees the Sand King there. He does not have enough mana for Burrow Strike though. But the threat, of course, is there.
Meanwhile, Kuro was farming bottom lane. Like I said, he hit his level 6. Now he's got familiars helping him push down this tower. Solo.
Fast.
Because his team's creating all of the space. Like I said, when the two supports of Mufc went on to Funnick, Link's skill build, he's level 4 with only 1 point in poison, so he just did not have the damage to kill him. Trash player tried to TP in with a stun already queued up, but he had a 4-second TP. I believe so, he just couldn't get the stun off and ended up stunning himself instead of Funnick. Funnick just TP'd away.
Yeah, very safe. I mean, not only bottom is a free space at the moment for Na'Vi, but also the top tower. They just took down both tier 1 towers, top and bottom at the same time. And nobody coming into defend as Winter having a lot of issues here dealing with Funnick. That's going to be another kill. Dominating Funnick. He is 4-0-4. He's been on all 8 kills of this game so far. And of course, majority of those, since he got level 6, are track kills.
Yes. And MFC is going to have to find a way to stem this bleeding. They need to start winning fights, so they're just going to keep getting further and further behind. Now he's got a lineup that can definitely snowball with track very hard.
Alchemist charging up his stun. Going for the Visage. That should be a stun up on Kuroki, and Kuroki will end up going down. Nature Prophet a little bit helping out, but in comes Funnick, looking to make amends. He's able to get himself Ling at least. As for Imprisonment will hold Dandy in place for a little while longer, but the Eye of the Storm is up, and FC, can he actually get away from this one? I doubt it. He will end up going down. Funnick still on the hunt. Who can he find? Will it be the Sand King? Not just yet. He goes for the Alchemist, gets a stun in his face though, and Dandy's still here with a couple of attack damage stolen, but that Eye of the Storm doing most of the work. Sand King still around there. They don't have the detection. TP out from Winter, who is gonna get only a track. No Shurikentos there to interrupt it anymore. And that's gonna be 2 kills again. Or 3 kills in total actually going the way of Na'Vi. I mean, they got the 2 cores of them and the Shadow Demon. And they only lost the support Visage. No big deal.
Na'Vi played that really smart. After Kuro died, Funnick could have turned around and gone onto FC and killed him, but instead he stuck to the Alchemist. And he was also the one tanking the tower. Dendi backed away so he wouldn't get stunned by Alchemist. Funnick tanked it, popped his wand, he had a poor man's shield. So tanking the tower is no big deal for him. And so he's gonna find Winter again.
Oh god, that
oh
poor
boy.
Nature's Prophet. I mean, he's gone for treads. He's not even bothering to go for Hand of Midas at this point.
Yep, he can't.
Look at the net worth.
Things are not looking good.
Look at the net worth.
Oh yeah.
That Funnick Bounty Hunter. He is sitting on almost or on more than double the amount of gold as an Alchemist.
He's making things happen this game.
Yep.
I think it's safe to say that. As Navi's gonna get another tower for themselves, and Havos gets another tower last stage. Havos is going straight BKB this game, by the way. It's just Navi's playing really smart, really aggressively, and this is just standard Navi. And this game, MUFC doesn't seem to have an answer for it. Last game they had big teamfight ultimates to let them take fights. This game, the Sand King, only level 5, rank 1 epicenter isn't that big anyway.
And definitely
Their
not now
Alchemist
there.
has no farm at all. He's got Phase, Wand, Stout, and 1400 gold. So he's gonna probably work towards the Lothars. He's trying to do something now, but this is nothing like last game where he had 4 points in Grievel's Greed plus the Battle Fury. Is able to just farm up. If you look at Winter right now, he's cliff jungling in the Radiant jungle because that's the safest spot for him to be.
Yep, he has to wait every minute though to wait for the next creep spawn. He might actually still go for the Hand of Midas. He picked up Gloves of Haste still. So who knows what's gonna happen there. But at this point, MUFC, they're just getting starved. Na'Vi, again, in the Radiant or in the Dire jungle, making sure that that's not going to be a place for MUFC to farm. They've got their bases covered, to be fair. What do you think MUFC should do to get back into this game? Of course, as you said last game, they've got this team fight to turn things around with. This game, not just there, and even just overall comparing team fight, it is not that much in favor of MUFC at all. Especially not with Tendency's Eclipse from a OD that is just very behind at this point.
Yeah, they need to get some kills rolling. The OD's trying to farm up towards this mech. He's getting closer, especially if he disassembles his Tranquils to finish it. He's not going to regen for the headdress. They've got their support smoked up behind OD right now. And Dendi is down here. I just don't know if they can kill him. He's so fast. And he's gonna get spotted.
Burrow Strike, here comes the Soul Catcher. Demonic Purge there as well, just tries to TP himself out, but there comes the Astral Imprisonment. There is a tier 1 tower around there though. Nature's Prophet, however, TPing it as well. They will be able to get the kill. One more hit needed, the Burrow Strike will get it done. That is gonna be a kill for Ling in the end. And that is gonna be something that they can be very happy with. However, looks like they're losing a tier 2 tower in return of that kill.
Yep, Navi's supports, or Navi's team to Dendi getting ganked there at all. So they're like, alright, you're gonna die, but we're gonna get the tier 2 tower for it.
And maybe
That's
MUFC get a tier
trade.
1 on themselves. And that's actually not a bad trade at all if they actually get this tier 1 tower. Of course, I mean, you already know that your enemy is ahead of you if you're MUFC. The core thing right now is that you need to be getting your core items up. And to do that, you need gold. So giving your enemies even more gold at this point is not really gonna be... You're not gonna really feel the difference that much. But getting that gold up for yourself is pretty important.
Funnick's on the hunt, and Havos is down there. They're not gonna find anything though. Havos actually went straight into a Dominator. And he's got a creep sitting over by the Ancients ready to stack them. Interesting choice. Funnick and the Visage Birds finding out the OD.
Yeah, that's gonna be a kill. Oh, as for imprisonment, maybe helping out. In comes Puppy though with the Fissure. That's gonna be a kill. Maybe gonna be Sand King next. Is there gonna be enough damage? It looks like it is. Funnick, Wicked Sig, looking for Ling, diving past the tier 3 towers. Why not? 60 minutes into the game, it doesn't really matter. They get the Shadow Demon. That is 3 track kills.
And 4 heroes in the base at 16 minutes.
Yep, that happened.
That Navi aggression right there. Dendy just tastes past Winter, sees that he's TP and is like, yeah, I'm not gonna kill you.
Oh, this courier might be in some trouble if he... Nope.
Dendy's
Yes.
looking for it.
There we go, that's gonna be a courier dead. 2 more hits needed actually.
Radiant's top tower
Oh, it's gonna get away for now.
Run! Fly, rather.
Elgato
Elgato.
making his escape.
Yep. Safe
Look at these
and
wards
sound.
coming up from Navi, just showing how they're playing super aggressive wards.
Yeah. They're just making sure that when Mufc leaves the base, they know of it. And they're aware.
Alchemist is about to have his Shadow Blade completed. He needs 1 more creep or some gold picks. He's probably gonna end up going to the fountain because he has low mana anyway. Or maybe he'll stick around.
Maybe he'll stick around. Well, for now, Navi, I mean, they have got this game so far in the bank, right? This is, if they don't do anything crazy, stupid, this is their game.
Yes.
They're kind of not
There's no
applying
sugarcut.
as much pressure though. Actually, I have a bit overextension here. Nope, Avos just time-lapsed himself away. Ling lives.
middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, they didn't want to commit to that because it's only the 2 Invis heroes,
Yeah.
and they know how many heroes are around mid, especially with that track vision and the ward vision. They just know everyone's around mid from MFC. They don't want to die for a track kill.
But what do you think that Navi is waiting for before going just 5-man mid and end the game? Because I feel like they have the power at the moment to do that.
They don't have to.
Well,
What's-
yeah, that's
what's-
true. They,
yeah,
I mean, they're not in any rush.
They're getting pickoffs across the map. They're getting more farm. They're getting their items up. Razors work towards BKB. They just finished BKB on Funnick. They almost have a mecha on Visage. They almost have a blink on Dendy. They almost have a BKB on Havost. They're so close to so many items that there's no reason at all for them to get over aggressive and try to end this game right now.
Are you expecting a blink on
Meanwhile,
Dendy? Did
Funnick-
you just say that? Oh,
I blink on Puppy.
oh
I
was
keep
gonna say.
calling Puppy Dendy.
Well, that's gonna be Ling dead. Nice kill
Yep.
for Funnick. He turns on his BKB for that one. He's gonna be having some company though. In comes the Burrow Strike and Winter. Funnick in quite some trouble. No teammates here to save him, and this should be him going down. Maybe he can get a kill with it though, and it looks like he does. He gets himself a kill, and he is fine. Funnick is fine. I was never worried. I swear. GG gets called. They are done with this. They tap out. Funnick, MVP for this game for sure. He will go down now though. For the first time.
Nope.
He lives! He didn't die this entire game. Never mind. Funnick. That was
found
some
out
crazy
now,
stuff.
but
11-0-6.
Vlad's too much. They were MFC was just so far behind that game.
Ugh.
The first game they looked a lot better than they did yesterday, and the second game they looked a lot worse than they did yesterday.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Navi is just on a roll. They're continuing with that winning streak that they started yesterday. They're now 6-2 in their group and looking really good to try and secure themselves a top 4 spot today.
I think so too. We are going to have more games. It looks like we are on schedule at the moment. Who knew? We are going to be seeing IG facing Virtus.pro. That will be our next matchup. So that means that we're going to jump ourselves to Group B. This was, of course, a matchup for Group A, where now MUFC is sitting on 0-8. And Navi made themselves 6-2 in the group stages. We're going to have IG Virtus.pro coming up next. So stick around for that game, as that would be our second matchup of today for the 6 that are there in total. So stick around, and we'll be right back.